I used to hold on to certain fashion pieces, thinking they were timeless, until I realized they were actually outdated. If you're over 50, some of these might be in your wardrobe too. I'll walk you through the things to ditch in 2025, and wait until you see number 5. It's something even well-dressed women still wear. But I'll show you a much better alternative. Let's start with light wash jeans. I know they've been a go-to for many of us, especially in the warmer months. But here's the thing. They don't always do us favors after 50. Light washes can highlight every crease and wrinkle in the fabric, making the jeans look more worn out than they actually are. Now, I'm not saying you have to ditch light denim entirely, but hear me out. Darker washes, like a rich indigo or even a crisp mid-blue, are far more flattering. They create a streamlined effect, elongating the legs and making you look effortlessly put together. Even a clean white jean can feel fresher than that faded light blue. And let's talk about styling. Light wash jeans can be tricky to pair with other pieces. If you're not careful, they can make an outfit feel overly casual or, worse, dated. The issue isn't just the color, it's the vibe. Lighter denim is often associated with a younger, trend-driven look, and unless styled carefully, it can clash with a more refined, elevated wardrobe. Instead, if you want that relaxed, easygoing feel, try a tailored dark wash jean with a crisp white button-down or a lightweight knit sweater. The contrast adds sophistication while keeping the outfit fresh. You get the same effortless denim look, but with an upgrade that flatters your body and your personal style. Now, if you love light wash denim and aren't quite ready to part ways, here's a trick. A high-rise, straight leg cut in a slightly faded wash can still work. Just avoid anything overly baggy or worn-looking. At the end of the day, fashion is about feeling good, and while light wash denim can be styled well, there are simply more flattering, sophisticated alternatives. If you're reaching for your jeans and they don't feel quite right, maybe it's time for a fresh update. All right, ladies, let's move on to heavy foundation. We've all been there, thinking a full coverage base will smooth everything out and create a flawless look. But the truth? After a certain age, thick foundation does the exact opposite. Instead of giving you that airbrushed effect, it settles into fine lines, clings to dry patches, and makes your skin look older rather than fresher. Here's the reality. Our skin changes over time, and so should our makeup. What worked in our 30s and 40s, like matte, full coverage formulas, often doesn't do us any favors in our 50s and beyond. The more product we layer on, the more it emphasizes texture. And let's be honest, we've all seen those moments when foundation creases around the mouth or collects around the nose, making us look tired instead of radiant. So, what's the solution? Lightweight, skin-like formulas. Tinted moisturizers, serum foundations, and BB creams give you just enough coverage while letting your natural skin shine through. If you need more coverage in certain areas, a good concealer does the trick without the heavy, cakey feel of a thick foundation. And let's not forget about skin prep. Hydrated skin makes all the difference. A good primer or a few drops of hydrating serum before applying foundation ensures that makeup sits beautifully without settling into lines. Think of it like fashion. The right undergarments create a smooth base for your clothes, and skincare does the same for makeup. Now, if you're worried about coverage, remember this. A sheer, radiant complexion always looks more youthful than a thick, matte mask. You can still achieve an even skin tone without sacrificing that natural, healthy glow. Plus, modern foundations are designed to enhance mature skin, with ingredients that hydrate and blur imperfections instead of highlighting them. It's all about balance. Instead of piling on foundation to hide every little thing, embrace a fresher approach with buildable formulas that enhance rather than conceal. And if you're still holding on to that full coverage, matte foundation from years ago, it might be time to upgrade to something that works with your skin instead of against it. Now I believe that distressed denim had its moment. A little fraying here, a ripped knee there. It made our jeans feel edgy and modern. But in 2025, it's time to rethink those shredded jeans. While a tiny bit of wear can add character, heavy distressing often cheapens an outfit and makes it look unfinished. Here's the thing. Intentional distressing doesn't always translate to sophistication. Those big knee rips, excessive fraying, and raw hems tend to make outfits look too casual and sometimes even sloppy. And when you're over 50, an effortlessly elegant wardrobe is far more powerful than chasing trends that don't serve you. Instead, look for denim that enhances your natural shape and feels effortlessly chic. A pair of classic dark denim, or even a structured pair of straight-leg jeans, instantly elevate an outfit without looking forced. And if you're emotionally attached to your distressed jeans, here's a challenge. Try swapping them out for a polished, modern pair just once. Notice how much easier it is to create elegant, timeless outfits without the distraction of frayed edges and ripped knees. Trust me, you won't miss them. I'd love to hear from you. What's your take on distressed denim? Do you think it's time to leave it behind? Or do you still enjoy wearing it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Now, let's talk about off-shoulder tops and dresses. These styles can be very tricky, especially once you're over 50. The constant adjusting, the way they slide down, or worse, ride up, and how they can sometimes create a horizontal line that broadens the upper body. It's a lot to deal with. And in 2025, there are so many better alternatives that give you that same elegant, feminine feel without the hassle. One of the biggest downsides of off-shoulder tops is that they can make you look hunched over. If you're constantly tugging at your sleeves to keep them in place, it disrupts your posture and can make you appear less confident. Not to mention, they often create an awkward tan line if you're out in the sun. Instead, consider tops with a more structured round neckline or V-neck. They frame the collarbone beautifully without the constant readjusting. And let's talk about bras. Wearing an off-shoulder top means either committing to a strapless bra, which, let's be honest, is rarely comfortable, or going braless, which isn't always an option. And if you wear one with straps, it completely defeats the purpose of the off-shoulder look. If support is important to you, styles with cap sleeves or elegant square necklines offer the same romantic feel without the struggle. If you still love that off-shoulder aesthetic, here's my tip. Try a one-shoulder top instead. It gives you that exposed neckline but stays in place and creates a more modern silhouette. Fashion should feel easy, not exhausting. If you find yourself constantly adjusting or feeling self-conscious in an outfit, it's a sign that it's time to move on. The goal is to feel confident and comfortable, and luckily, there are so many ways to achieve that without fighting with your clothes. And speaking of moving on, this next one is something I was guilty of for way too long. I held on to it thinking it was timeless, but looking back, I realize it was subtly aging me. And chances are, a lot of you might still be wearing them too. I am talking about wearing outdated eyeglass frames. I'll admit it, I loved my oversized square glasses for way too long. I thought they were classic. I thought they made a statement. But then I started paying attention to how they actually looked on my face. And let me tell you, nothing dates a look faster than the wrong pair of glasses. Eyeglasses are one of those things we get comfortable with. Once we find a pair that works, we tend to stick with them for years, sometimes even decades. But here's the thing. Just like clothing, eyewear trends evolve. The frames that looked chic 10 years ago might not be doing us any favors now. The biggest offenders, for me, are those thick, overly heavy frames that dominate the face. Or worse, styles that were trendy in a specific era but haven't aged well, like super narrow rectangular frames from the early 2000s, or ultra-round wire frames that scream 90s librarian. Instead, the most flattering eyeglasses are the ones that enhance your features without overpowering them. The best way to update your look is to go for a frame that complements your face shape and feels current without being trendy. Soft cat-eye frames, subtle oversized shapes, or sleek rimless styles tend to be universally flattering. If you've been wearing the same glasses for years, I highly recommend trying on a few modern styles. You'd be surprised how much of a difference the right frames can make. Eyewear is like jewelry for your face. It should enhance your natural beauty, not distract from it. And if you've been holding on to a pair just because they were expensive or once stylish, it might be time for an upgrade. Trust me, I learned that the hard way. If you found this video helpful, then you're going to love this next one. Because while we've talked about what to leave behind in 2025, let's talk about what to embrace. In this next video, I'm breaking down the trouser styles that will be huge this year and exactly how to wear them. Click over and I'll see you there.